This is Wiamoase, one of the historical towns in the Ashanti region. The town, which falls within the Fijasetre South District, has a population of over 56,000, most of whom are farmers. They cultivate crops such as maize, cassava, cocoa, and plantain. They also boast large acreage of forests. Aguna is the district capital. It shares borders with Amenase, Pipua, Kofiase, and Buamai, Kokoti, Esua, Etikesiase, Tutu No. 1 and 2, and Chiransa are some of the communities under Wiamoase. For the first-time visitor, one will wonder how a predominantly farming community is the location for some of the state-of-the-art social infrastructure. These include a learning and development center, a library, and one senior high school with a population of over 5,000 students. Aguna Wiamoase also has 2 hospitals, an ultra-modern police station, banks, a post office, churches, mosque, among others. The controversial apple tree, which has become a tourist attraction, is also here. Wiamoase also has an old settlement site. According to the elders, the town, which has been in existence for over 500 years, was previously known as Domiabra. The natives migrated from Denchira, lived a number of places before finally settling on their present location. This is a stone from which the community derived its name. The elders claim the legendary Komfuanochi conjured the stone, which had since remained. Although Wiamoase has health centers, some people still resort to this stone on which they grind herbs to cure their ailments. The chief of Wiamoase, Nanabuachi Yadom, gave us insights into the history of the town.
Wiamoase angasa ya Komfuanochi kuro, ubri Komfuanochi ni kuro no. Na didinka emeka Komfuanochi abakosam kakra. Ifise ono na kuro no ochechire. Komfuanochi eye obi a no ye Aguna kroto onso nyina ye manhene eno no. No ni di card nanso no otoso nan. Na ono ne wohena oba ya obetiti mu che kuro ma sebe. Yinya ye Wiamoase a enne. Ye wo ha ye frɛ ha Wiamoase. E Komfuanochi kuro. Na abakosam kakra e fa ho ne se wodi e ba ha ye nya Wiamoase preko. Yinya bi te se Domiabra. Uhun se ifra gura ba ha na konsire nko. Ye nko ani ba bi a kroto wonso no de ko ya na e mutwi kakra. Nti na wo hwe sa tete no. E be de kra no aba Wiamoase aba ha. Nti o kwa so ho de odomia na nsa na otimi akọ. Na ejese mutwi na ka so ni ho. Na ye mongun bonku echi kakra. Me jiri se aha. Obroni yi kwan foforo no na yefra EY kwan ba ha no na anigi sam de e wo ha ne se tete no de sa wa unim Wiamoase ani bie ya ache kuro da kura ache yi na kosikoko de ka de di nkan ba ha no kwasem ni British flag na obroni no wote bonnet no so na ne kuta no di ahim ba kuro yi mu nti no obi a hye sani America no tetimu se afrowege no obi a hye bi na nyina de bi gira akwa ho ehia bruni kosikoko ekwan ifise edane ne da edi kan a na ka ba kuro Wiamoase mu na ahwese bruni fita na British flag esi so ne kura bruni no te bonnet no so na ewo hine mfra me fa se ho da ba kura wo kaka no na sabidi trite ho oti hu sampa enwanwa na kurumu yi mu nipa nyina ma ewo kurumu ha nyina siesie ho efa afade so nko a kire se ne bi ni hokra edi sia kosikoko okwan enti Wiamoase ye kura ye kuru dada samedika ka na bakosam sana kuru ni de Domiabra na Komfuanochi ebechichire Wiamoase no kurutu wonso nyina ugya kuru bia japade na yendie nyamia da Roma Komfuanochi ma yenya gidie se ye chiri sekan yen ye de trim ye do konfo na chema epo bi beto omanfo adwinum ene nipa na tikurum ha adwinum e ma ye hu se ye nipa ye adehia sebe ye adehia ikiri sekan nti no wosan ma ye boba bi esan de beto ha esa aka kire ye se sa boba wi bi obia bibi ba ha no se ne ti na ye yawo kata akra na ache no a sa bo yam de ato hoyi wasa ti nunum ahaban e de to so na obia bibi ba ha no se sa bra yare sabe ani ho onya gidie wo sa ahaban ya de ato so yi so na onkoti bi na onfa empusa onfa ntwi se de tetene ye yamade so no na onfa enso so akra na agu no mpompo kra onfa bi so so stressra nti oye sa de to ho na ye man hina kan oye na onu so no so konfu panu konfu kase pa na waka oye ato ho nti ehye ya dwunum e ma obia yare a na akoye sa de no kwasem ni obi so koya gidie ntina eko enam so ma krum ha no obia firi ha no wo kwa de da kotia oseme ko hwambo na se afei adoniti ama kroto wonsu nyina akoya japade a obi kura wo mpatam ha bia na de yare e ba ye de ne koye so me ko ba bia konfo na chede bo na kwa koto ho no a na bo no so kirase a obeka se de e boss o e bo ba yam so ade na ohwam ye yam so ade nti no na afei agidin afei na koye te se obi e bodin a instead of domi abra no oseme ko hwam bo na se ba bia ye yam bo no so no nti afei na kuruna kase dina wo ho no na esesa ti esesa ya bedane e be ye Wiamoase ti obi e ba no na okirimu obi ehun se o me ko Wiamoase na se me ko Wiamoase na se e na nyame adaroma enam se ma afei nkirima no nyin ba ne ehun se ase ye de obi ato Ghana bi no me ka se me na nabi na ye de na nabi to no me trama.
Interestingly, about 80% of projects in Wiamoase Township were not provided by government, but through self-help. Aside from the residents, some indigents in the diaspora also contribute towards the development of the town. Wiamoase Citizens in Diaspora is a group behind many of the projects in the town. The Easter holidays presented members of the association, among others, the opportunity of inspecting ongoing initiatives as well as inaugurate completed ones. A maternity block for the SDA hospital was commissioned, christened the Jemfi Amankwa Maternity Block. The 45-bed capacity facility cost over 800,000 Ghana cedis. The project was started in 2016. The medical director of Wiamoase SDA Hospital, Dr. Michael Addo, recounted the genesis of the project, its purpose, and how it will function.
The hospital has been facing challenges in terms of accommodating patients that come to our unit, especially the maternity unit, which is currently a 7-bed capacity unit. You can find patients who are in labor, patients who have delivered and are also on the same block, and also those that are pregnant and sick. They were all housed together, which was not conducive for nursing pregnant women. So we said we were going to get a comfortable place for them. And that is the result of the building that we see here.
At the inauguration of the project, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Mr. Simeon Osei-Mensah, said he was amazed how the chiefs and the people of Wiamoase have collaborated with citizens in the diaspora to construct the facilities in the town. He urged indigents of other areas in the country to follow the shining example of Wiamoase and not always wait on government to bring projects to their doorsteps. Mr. Osei-Mensah is of the view that governments alone cannot undertake projects because they are most often overburdened and ought to be supported by the corporate society, individuals and groups such as the Wiamoase Citizens in Diaspora.
Very appreciative to all those who have contributed to this particular project. And we appeal to anyone who has the capacity to also assist this hospital and Wiamoase in general, or wherever they are, to also contribute their quota. If we have various agencies, individuals, private people supporting the government in all aspects of development of this country, I think this country will move forward faster.
A board member of the Wiamoase SDA Hospital and philanthropist who financed the project, Dr. Jemfi Amankwa, after whom the maternity block was named, couldn't hide his joy upon seeing that the project had been completed. He re-echoed the regional minister's call about the need for indigents of every town to contribute towards their town's development, no matter how small it may be. He noted that no contribution is too small.
In Tree, we call it Yonsum. Let's help ourselves. And all the stories, some of the stories, I've never heard them. Actually, we didn't stay in Wiamoase, though both parents came from here. We didn't hear here. But when we come, we listen to complaints and what have you. But today, what I gathered was that let's help one another, and we can get to where we want to.
The president of the Mountain View Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Pastor Isaac Kunedu, expressed delight in the project and its prospects. He indicated the church's desire to partner government to undertake more projects.
In particular, we came to commission the maternity hall for Wiamoase Hospital, which started in 1996. And it was almost about 25, 26 years now. We have been crying for this maternity home because there was so much congestion in the old building. And now we want to open up, have a maternity area, then also we have the administrative block, and then a new OPD altogether. So we came to have the harvest so that we can have some silver collection for that project to start. We've already started, we raised the pillars. Now we want to continue so that we can also finish. The church is rather trying to help with the government in providing this.
The executive secretary of the Northern Ghana Mission of the SDA Church, Pastor Dr. Kwame Anobuahin, said the SDA Church is ever prepared to share in the burden of the state by providing support in the provision of projects.
The church will continue to partner with the government, also Nanum, the community, our people from the diaspora, and Wiamoase Mine and all the friends of this church to help uplift the church and also the banner of Christ higher and higher.
The midwives at the hospital performed a play to signify their readiness for the job at hand. This is Nyaminsa Wumu Choba, which has only fufu as item on its menu. It operates from Sunday to Friday and enjoys high patronage. Ya Pukia operates this bar.
Yeah, Choba, 27 years in me. Ahemma, Bapenia Cobas, ye reach Radi. The autos also I could train each Radi, the autos also I could nurse and yet nurse. Kitu chat also so ye a cobas. A baba could say assembly man. Inti, beside the Bob one conformer. Choba Yanam Yam, de Etiwam, de Rem home.
This is Wiamoase Social Center, scene of constant convergence by the youth. The facility provides entertainment, games, among others. It is also a spot where missing persons may be identified by families and sent home. It is in the vicinity of the popular Wiamoase market. Aside from the hospital projects, the chief and people of Wiamoase have also partnered government to undertake some other projects in other sectors. They include education, security, infrastructure, sports facilities, among others. The community where the chief of staff at the presidency, Mrs. Akosua Wiamoase Parry Hills, is also blessed with philanthropist Mr. Osei Kwame Despite. They were among the town's heavyweights whose names filled the air during the commissioning of a multi-purpose complex sponsored by Wiamoase citizens in diaspora. The chief of staff used the opportunity to inspect other ongoing projects in the town. The first port of call was a TVET building, which is about 70% complete. The chief of staff and her entourage also inspected the magistrate court building to enhance justice delivery system. Inhabitants have been accessing legal aid in other parts of the district. The Wiamoase Magistrate Court will therefore come as a relief to the people. The team also visited the Salvation Army Hospital. Madame Wiamoase Parry interacted with some staff of the hospital. She acknowledged their effort at helping the people in the town to maintain a clean bill of health despite some challenges.
Doctor phoning in our pen chronic and it's a brother, rural areas, and so up on modern abba. And so I have sir, then a pumpkin on our bank. Do one inti adwuma wo ye ni so yes so quite be the first way better wait ama wotumi mo wani aka owo promo
nana nyimedua nana sabo ene oba pani asaba pani
citizens in diaspora assume amano ayefe abroso dodo. Emomesia ahunidie Wiamoase ponto damwa kumaso ankasa. Momesia mu no moye bebre amayen kakra no. Nenye adisia bia enkrate pi home a ampesi broni be freno. Modern library and conference hall.
Deba was held to commission the Wiamoase Learning Development Center, also constructed under the auspices of the Wiamoase Citizens and Diaspora Association. The event attracted dignitaries including the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei-Usu, Minister of Education, Dr. Wiamoase Educhum, the High Court Judge, Justice Opon, the Director of the Ghana Institute of Journalism, Professor Kwamena Kwansa Eidu, the MP for Ifijasechre East, Madame Mavis Nkansa, MP for Nsuta Kwamai Beposo, Madame Adelaide Intim, as well as the Director General Technical at the Police Headquarters, Commissioner of Police George Alex Mensah. Members of the association and other guests were not left out of the Deba, which witnessed a display of rich Ashanti culture amidst pomp and pageantry. The Multipurpose Learning and Development Center, which cost millions of Ghana cedis, has a library facility and other facilities to cater for the disabled and other marginalized persons in society. The Minister for Education, Dr. Wiamoase Educhum, exhorted the people not to overlook the benefits of education. He said education underpins the development of any society, hence every effort must be made to ensure access to education by all.
Obia katra ose Ghana ye dachi nya katra nse enye no kran omanpani ani so ade hu de Ghana bekwa kodu ba bia dachi ye beka se eye den na Ghana duru ha na nam se o to fa pensronko or the free senior high school ebai se enkwala bia ntimi nkobi wo maami obio wo maami ni bio wo su kobi na dachi wanya baby papa jina no anya nim die kase a de so o man amansan wiase nyina baby a asesa no ma be o man akese
The Chief of Staff at the Presidency, Mrs. Akosua Wiamoase Parry, gave the assurance that she is ready to help to stock the library and provide computers for the facility. She lauded steps taken by the association to augment government's efforts in execution of projects. She further challenged the youth not to rest on their oars in seeking knowledge through formal education.
So wo ban na wo disua dia na eye achede kese a obiara entumi engine fuelsem sabi wo ko sra obi ntum fra wona mabote kra ni bufu a obetumi ahim every wo so obeyi kra nanso so de wode ama wo ahye wo adwene mu teacher ni ama wo sua de na ka wutim no obi ati fi wo nsam a enye na ehia demo sika demo nimdie ena ma ebo sika ho ban nimdie ena yu fi mo hia mu adekọ sika mu.
Chairman of the Wiamoase Citizens in the Diaspora, Kwame Apeu Oshiamai, said the association has helped with a number of projects. He noted that the Learning Development Center will cater for the underprivileged in society. Mr. Oshiamai said there are more projects in the pipeline to be executed.
We are working very closely with the elders, the chiefs of the town to help in everything that we do. We liaise with them. We've done so much for this town, and we will continue to do that. We've helped with electrification of the town. We've helped with water supply. We've helped with building schools. We've helped with building an ultra-modern toilet. And today, we are here to commission the Learning Development Center. And what I said about the Learning Development Center is going to be something special that we haven't seen anything like that in the country.
The chief of Wiamoase, Nanabuachi Yadom, outlined his achievements in his 9-year reign. These are categorized in education, health, security, sanitation, roads, business, sports, charity, among others. He acknowledged the support of his subjects over the years. He added that he will continue to provide the right leadership and spearhead efforts that will accelerate the development of the town.
Wiamoase hene minim sa me DC aba de na tra ene ye ma me firi mo opare ene MP ene mpanimfo na kansa bodu ya set me abi papa ene wo mo aka minim ye se despite nim nyina kutem o mo amantimi ambo modin minnu akofi adade o mo nyina kurem satmatenom so o mo beboa ama kuru ya fa ntima pafra.
Some of the participants spoke to GBC News.
If you look at the library, if you go there and look at the library and the conference center, honestly, it's good. And I know it's going to benefit the new generation who are coming. So there are a lot of potentials around. So I've been encouraging them to make good use of the library.
I want to thank the diaspora group for the good heart and dedication. In fact, if you look at the building they have put in, when they see the building, they will never regret for paying for the contribution that they have made. In fact, I want to stand on behalf of the executive and say a good thank you to them for such a good heart and dedication and all the contribution and effort they have made towards this building.
So I would advise the youth, especially my fellow women, focus on your education first. There's a time for you to be in the classroom and there's a time for you to do everything. So that is my advice to the ladies in this community, Wiamoase.
Kuroyimpuntu bia ekoso bia nsuwa yetu ne kromo ha yedi mu tintima enti no we ye na mu hunu library kesi ya mu hunu no em se ye nwie ne nyina so ye nkambo mu enti de yesre nyina ne se ewiase nyina nhwe we no mo so nsua efise enkambo mu de e de enkonimdie pa ne nam
yeso ye ne wo saa Ghana ha ne saa me amabodi omom yeso enkamom na yesi ye onsum eni nipa cause omo so half ne so yosa half a mu se de omo ye e be chensa.
The Queen Mother of Wiamoase, Nana Foriwa Amanfo, applauded the efforts of the Wiamoase citizens in diaspora for all they have done to improve standards in the town. She asked all persons of Wiamoase descent in the diaspora to join hands and foster development of the town.
Yesre nyankopon hira de ma wo mo fi se sabre wo mama ye kuro no ekonanim yenam a yetieti ensem bebre amansan ka enti ye wo so ne ni da so se sa abre ya won mo bu akuro no enti bre bia no ye ne wo mu hia ne ne wo mo ka sema e wo se ye ka sema edi nkuranhye esem ebe ma wonom na wo mo so koduru a wo mo wira mfiri ya echi.
One cannot leave Wiamoase without an encounter with a controversial apple that stole the spotlight and media attention in 2021. A visit to the place revealed how nicely it has been kept with a new fence. It now serves as a tourist attraction which fetches the owners some revenue. Tourists also use the opportunity to enjoy its shade. The owners, who mean business and intend to expand their frontiers, are growing 2 more apple trees in addition. The news gathering team visited the place during the pandemic last year. The tree is now bearing more fruits than before. Kofi Yadom is brother to the late Ya Santua, who planted the first apple tree in Wiamoase.
Since the day the authorities came here, they have not been able to come out to tell us whether the plant is an apple or not. So we are still waiting for them. If what they are going to say is whether it's apple or not. So we are waiting for them. We are planting an apple around. So we are waiting for that one to yield the fruit. So if there is a change, then we're going to know that whether this one is apple or not. So we are waiting for the one that we are planting.
Wiamoase indeed is a town to be admired and emulated for the level of patriotism displayed by its citizens both home and abroad. For a town whose citizens spearhead development projects with less government input deserve commendation. 80% of the projects are undertaken by the citizens. There is a saying, in unity lies strength. As the chief relies, take 2. There is a saying that in unity lies strength. As the chief relies on his people to accelerate development, the need to maintain the prevailing peace is critical. It is also incumbent on all to foster unity, which is an essential ingredient in a development agenda. Certainly, this is endearing.